Okay, so I have seen your screenshot. Let me share the screen first. Just a second. Okay, yeah. So this is pound yen, which is okay. Um, this is CAD JPY, which is okay. This is okay. Okay, so you have seen that. See, the trend was up here, and then what
Yes.
happened is
Then it
that
was.
it created a resistance,
Yes.
with, and then price tends to go down, right?
Yes. Yes.
This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this kind of situation where you see large swings, right?
Yes. Exactly.
The problem comes here, right? Because
Yes.
if I want to analyze this particular chart, I can say that this is my support, this is my resistance. That's it. Analysis finish,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So when you see these type of charts, just avoid trading those charts, because most of the time this will create confusion and you will not be able to analyze. Where you cannot see a
Yes.
clear trend, do not trade those charts. Just find out,
Yes.
just find something else and then trade those.
Nice. I just experienced this in the morning today only.
Yeah, right. So that's okay. That's okay. This is just the learning curve. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me just go back to trading view and then we'll start a different study today. Okay. Okay, so what we have learned until now, let me just recap, is that once you've identified a trend, you should have clear structures of higher lows, and then if you have a higher high, that is good because that states it's a strong uptrend. And then if price starts to consolidate and then you have a clear support area, that's where you take a buy position, right? That's what we study, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes. Yes.
let me just elaborate this a bit. So what we used to do is we used to formulate two things into this type of analysis. What we do is that what we will do is, let's say if this is a 4-hour chart, okay, and I'm pretty convinced that the price is going higher, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I have these lows, then I have this low, then I have this low. Now it's kind of price is making higher high, price is making higher low. This still looks
Yes.
like an this looks still looks like an uptrend, and now price is doing like this, right? Or
Yes.
you can say that price is doing like this. Let me remove this, and let's say price is doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we still know that the complete structure is an uptrend, so I'm okay to take a
Mm-hmm.
long position, right? That's what I
Long
have
position.
understood, right? So on a 4-hour chart, I am ready to take a long position, right? Now
Yeah.
the problem is when I will not take a position on 4 hour, right? I have already marked that this is my support, which looks like it's breaking, right? So I've already marked this. Now when I will go and just zoom out this part on a 15-minute, so the chart will look like this. This is a 15-minute chart. Now
Yes.
when you want to take a trade on this particular chart, you will just tell me that this is a complete downtrend. You have
Downtrend. Yes.
a lower high structure, so you are not convinced to take a long trade which you saw on a 4-hour chart. So now the confusion
Yes.
comes that because I want to take intraday trades which should close maybe within few hours or maybe a day,
Yes.
I should not keep the positions open. So if that is the case and the trend is down on a smaller time frame, what should I do? So what I would suggest is that formulate this structure and see what I'm going to teach you right now, right? So what we will
Mm-hmm.
do, we will still take a long position, but when I see
Mm-hmm.
a clear trend break on 15 minutes, I'll repeat
Okay.
again. So I'll still take a long position, but when I see that the trend starts to move higher, and then if the price goes back up and it never crosses this low, that means now it has created a higher low.
Higher low.
And when it created a higher low structure on 15 minute, that's where my price action aligns from to a long-term time frame. So my 4-hour time frame was up, the price action was up. On 15 minute it was down, but now it has changed to up, and then that's how my this time frame and this time frame gets aligned, and that's when I'll take a buy position. Right now, this gives you
Okay, so we have to align all the time frames.
no, just 2 time frames, 4-hour and 15 minute. That's it.
4-hour and 15. Okay.
Right, this is like my proven and tested strategy. You can use your as well. Let's say you want to go on a little smaller time frame, let's say 1 hour 5 minutes, you can do that. You want to do little longer, 1 hour, 1 day 1 hour, you can do that as well. So let's just take different scenarios. So let's just talk about 4-hour 15 minute, right? So pick up any random, let's say a Euro GBP, right? So remove the drawings, right? Now I will do the top-down analysis just in front of you, right? So basically I can see that it's kind of a downtrend, right? And if it's a downtrend, I can clearly mark my highs and lows, right? So I'll just mark my highs and lows. I mean, you don't have to actually mark because this is a complete downtrend, but still I'll mark it. So high, 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 same high, right? Complete downtrend, right? And then you have the lows as well. So it's a strong downtrend. So when it's a strong downtrend, what I will do is I will take a sell position where at resistance. I will take a sell position where at resistance, right? So I will remove everything.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that the nearest resistance is somewhere here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the nearest. And
yes.
let's say we do not know that price is here. Let's say if I go here now think of this. Okay, now price is here. We have already marked resistance where, let's say here, and I have already marked. So I will draw my trend line so that it will give me some idea, right? Okay, so I've drawn this. Now based on trend line, this is kind of a resistance area, and I will mark some resistance here as well.
Okay.
Right, now this is on a 4-hour chart. Okay, try to note down this is on a 4-hour chart. Now if somebody asks me should I take a buy position, I will think about it, but most likely not, because this is a downtrend and we are at support, but still I am not convinced to take a buy position, right? If I see a change in structure, if I see a structure moving this, then I would, but the structure should change on a 4-hour first, right? But structure is not there on 4 hours. So it's a downtrend structure. I'm convinced to take a sell position, but where? At resistance. So I'll write here, I will only take a sell position. I will only take a sell position. A sell position at resistance. Right? Simple line, easy to follow, right? Now I'm waiting, okay? I'm waiting for price to go up higher, but I have to take a sell position which should close in a single day. So I have to move to a smaller time frame, which is 15 minutes. So if I move to 15-minute time frame, right? So we have already drawn our zones. So let's just replay. Yes. Okay, wait. Yeah, this was the area. Yeah. Right. Yeah, now see what price is doing, right? So it broke the zone. So I am not convinced to take a buy position, because even if this is a support, this is my sell, this is my first resistance. I'll write my first okay. So I'll just increase the speed a bit. Now price is going higher. You can see the screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. See, price came back up to the support zone.
Yes.
Right. This is a 15-minute chart. Now, if I want to see what price action is this is an uptrend, right?
Uptrend. Yes.
right? But I am not convinced to take a buy position. I am only convinced to take a sell position when
Position.
my
It will
time
reach
will break.
resistance.
No, of course at resistance, and of course my 15-minute chart should align with my long-term chart. So my 15-minute chart is an uptrend, not on a downtrend. So I will wait for my 15-minute chart to come on a downtrend, right? So let's see what happens. So I'm just waiting what price is doing. At first resistance, right? Now at first resistance, I am okay to take a sell position if price starts to move in a downtrend. That means price should break this
trend,
and then maybe I'll take a sell here or maybe here, right? Somewhere there, right? So let's see if this happens or not. Okay, see what happens. So price broke this, right? Now it should continue down, right? It should continue down, right?
Yes.
So maybe let's just take a sell position here. Okay. So let's say I take a sell position here, right? My stop loss is just below this and my target is at the support area, right? Now let's see what happens. See, quickly moved back up. Maybe not exactly hit our stop loss, but very close to that. Very close to that. And then now it hit our stop loss, which is completely fine. We will have losses. We cannot control it, right? Yes. Okay.
We cannot take profits every time.
Yeah, we cannot take profits. It's fine. So what happens now? This analysis is gone. I will again look for the same analysis. So this trade is in loss. It's fine. Then I will use another trend line to see if the price breaks that, and I'll take a sell position, right? So I'm waiting for price to touch this area.
Okay. Second resistance.
Yeah. Okay, this was pretty close, but it's fine. It's fine because we have marked a zone, right? Sometime it connects, sometime it doesn't, so it's fine.
Now it has started moving down.
Yeah, yeah. See, so if you see, basically on the second touch itself, we could have taken a trade. It is like the same resistance area. The price broke higher. Maybe we can take a trade here or maybe here, somewhere here, and then we still have the profit. So let's say even if we have a loss, we can still make money on this trade. Right? It is very close to the resistance. Of course, you will not be able to find exact entry, but maybe you can enter somewhere here or here, and then you still make money, right? So this is kind of a resistance area. If you see, this was the one touch, and this is very close to this touch as well. So it's fine. I'm just trying to explain you the process. So if your 4-hour time frame is a downtrend, you wait for price to break it, and then maybe if your first stop loss is above this area and then your take profit is this, eventually you will touch this. So it again depends upon risk to reward ratio. So we will come to that risk to reward and technical and risk to reward and money management in the last section, right? Maybe after a few sessions we will come to that, right? But the whole point is getting into right mindset with the long-term trade, right? So if your 1 hour is showing you a short position, you should take a sell position based on 5-minute chart, but on a smaller time frame. So be it any chart. Now you choose, let's say, USD JPY, right?
Can you explain one thing more efficiently? I want to know how did you mark the stop loss?
No, we will learn about it. We will learn about it. There are multiple ways of marking stop loss. One way of marking stop loss is very simple. So let's say this is an uptrend, right? And you have seen that price generally breaks the support, and then it moves higher just for people to have the stop loss break, right? And then price is coming back to the same area again. Okay. Now You are here, you take a buy position here, and this is your support, and you know that what price can do, price can dip a bit and then it quickly moves back up. So what you have to do, if you want to take a position, what you will do ideally is that if you take a long position here, your stop loss will be little below than the VIX. So you know that price will dip and it will just eat my stop loss, then it will move higher. So I will just keep little bit margin, and then I'll just increase my take profit area. So there are multiple ways how you can do it. We will learn this in the last session, that even if your trade is going in loss, how you can profit with that also. So my statement is, even if your trade is going in loss, how you can still make profit out of it. So we will learn that. We will learn that part, right? So coming back to the analysis, what I was talking about. So remove drawings. Yeah, so this is, let's say this is a 1 hour chart. So I'm giving you some other example, right? So 1 hour, 5 minute also works very well. So if you see, this is a 1 hour chart, right? It looks like an uptrend. You see here at this particular point, it looks like a weak uptrend where you have same highs but higher low, but still an uptrend. So maybe this is one place where you can see that trend might change, right? That's what we have learned. We might see that trend might change, but we will not take a sell position because this is still an uptrend. We will either wait for price to change first and then take a sell position, or we'll wait price to go higher. So as you know, price broke higher. Now, once you know price broke higher, what do you have to do? You have to just buy when you see a support. Right? So if you go on a 5 minute chart, you will find multiple buying opportunities at a retest. So you see uptrend, price broke, created support, moved higher, created support, moved higher, created support, moved
created
higher.
resistance also.
Yeah. So because you know that the trend is following the 1 hour trend, you should always look for buy position. Right. So eventually, if you have taken buy anywhere, you choose, even if you are technically right or wrong, anywhere you have taken a buy position, anywhere, you will still have won. You should still have got money without even following technicals. Why? Because you are following a 1 hour trend, which is uptrend. So if you follow the major trend, sooner or later you will come in profit. Let's say if you have a buy position here, initially price moved down a bit, then it moved down again, then eventually it went higher. Why? Because the strong trend is up, so there are more buyers in the picture and they will make the price high. So now at this point also, if somebody will tell me, should I take a buy position here, I will say, okay, not here, maybe if price dips here, maybe at this area,
then you can take.
Yeah. Yes. Right. So if you have so many opportunities in one particular trade, it's okay to have few losses. That's all right. You will not win all the trades, right? So all in all, what I'm trying to tell you in this lesson is, whenever you do any analysis, do on a larger time frame, then move to a smaller time frame and wait for price to break a trend and then take a trade. So in short term, I will write here so that you will understand. Let me write it. So let's say you have a strong uptrend in 4 hour chart, right? So let's say you can see that. Now, what is the next step you have to do? You have to look for a 15-minute chart. Look for entries on 15-minute. But the criteria should be, the price should be at support. The price should be at support. Then price should break the downtrend. Third, candlestick pattern. Candlestick pattern we will read about. So you have used candlestick pattern previously when you trade?
No, not.
Do you know how it works?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I just use the things that you have told me. I practice with that only.
Okay, cool. So keep a note of this. So let's say you have a strong uptrend on 4 hour. Whenever you take a buy position, you will look for these three things. So price should be at
Okay.
support, price should break the downtrend, and then you will find a candlestick pattern to enter, right? This is just a simple strategy to enter, right? Now remove everything and let me teach you few things about candlestick pattern, right? So let's say if you have a chart like this. Okay, let's say you have a chart like this.
Yes.
Okay, now if I want Arnav, can you do some analysis? What would you say? This is a 1 day chart, so it starts from 1st January. I'll write here, this is 1st January, 1st January, and let's say this is end of 1st January, so next day, 2nd January. Right, this is a 1 day chart. Okay, now if I tell you, can you analyze this particular chart? What would you do? Like
so
you want to take a position. You want to take a position, buy or sell.
Okay.
So next day, that means 2nd January, you have to take positions. What would you do? You will take a buy position on 2nd Jan or sell position on 2nd Jan.
I would first wait for a few entries to come on the chart. So
okay, so let's say the price is going down. Now what you will do? This is
I will take a sell position.
So you take a sell position here, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. So now I want to tell you that whenever you see such type of price action, you have to read it like you are a pro in charts, right? Now, what do you mean by pro in chart is that now when I told you that this is a 1 day chart, I can clearly say that 1 day will have 24 hours, right? So let's say this is the start. So when the market started rising initially, it rose for few hours, right? And it created this high. This was the high of the day, right? And this is the open of the day. This is the open of the day. Price started here, right?
Yes.
So let's say I mark this as $8, and let's say I mark this as $10.
Okay.
Right? And then once the price reaches 10, it started moving down. Full day, you can say that out of 24 hours, this is 2 hours. So maybe 20 hours it was moving down, just complete downtrend.
Okay.
Right? And price moved from 10 to let's say $1. Right? Suddenly, when the day was about to close, price moved from $1 to $9 in 10 minutes. Right? Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say if you want to break a wall and there are 5 people who are trying to break a wall and they take 1 day to break a wall, right? The full wall, right? There are 5 people. Then one guy came, he has to break the same wall and he took just 1 hour to break the complete wall. How do you consider power? Who's more powerful?
Probably the guy who break the wall all alone.
Right? Yeah. So here the sellers, by their own power, they moved price from 10 to $1, $9 drop in how many hours? 20 hours.
24 hours. 24 hours.
Yeah, 24. And then buyers, they just quickly came and just moved all the price back up in just 10 minutes. Who's powerful?
The buyers who bought on 2nd January.
Right. So most probably, if I want to think now, I will think that if they have so much power, maybe price will dip a bit, sellers will come, then again the power will come. Right? If you see such type of price action at support, where price is dipping, break the support, dipping again, and then quickly move back up to the support, and the day finishes above the support, that means this move is just a fake move. right? So how do you understand this? The candle will look like this. So let me delete everything. So this was my open, this was my high. I can say that this is my low, and I can say that this is my closing. So I have 4 prices: open, high, low, and close, right? Now, how do you make a candle? Candle means the area between open and close is known as body. So this is my body. So the area between open and close is my body, and we will just shade this area, right? It's a body area.
Okay.
And rest is my legs. So, or you can say wicks. This is my low, and this is my high. This is my high. This is my low, right? So my candle is looking like a hammer. You know, hammer.
Yes,
Hammer is like that, right? Hammer.
Yes,
So
yes.
it looks like an hammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why it is looking like a hammer? Because price moved quickly. Price took 24 hours to move down, and then buyers came in and they rejected the price, and the price closed here. But price make a new low, but the price closed higher. So when you see a hammer, that means who's in control of the market? Buyers are getting control of the market. So whenever you see,
We can take a long position.
yeah, so this is kind of an indicator that, you know, buyers might come in now, and this is okay to take a buy position. Now, if you see, you choose any chart, let's say any currency chart, okay? And whenever you see a major reversals, let's say this reversal or any, let's say I'll go for a 4-hour chart. So remove this, okay? So let's say this is a downtrend and you want to take a sell position. Every time you will see on a peak these type of candles. Every time on a peak you will see these type of candles. So I will mark this area. Now let me zoom in. So opposite of hammer will be a shooting star. I just don't remember the name. Just try to memorize the picture. So if you have a rejection on the upside, that means sellers move the price down. And if you have a rejection on the downside, that means buyer took the control and moved the price high, right? So if it's just opposite of that candle, that means it's a seller's candle, right? So if you see here, this particular area, try to find out this candle. Can you see this candle?
This is a shooting star.
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean?
The sellers are in control.
Sellers are. You see the same candle come here as well. Sellers are in control.
Yes, yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Right. So, I mean, of course, this is not just one indication. You will do your own analysis, and you will see that on a 15-minute chart, trend is broken, and then it goes back up. Maybe I'll try to sell here somewhere, right? But when you sell here on a 15-minute chart, look for these candles. Okay? These candles are already giving you some signals that price will go down, right? These candles. If you see here as well.
Yeah, you can continue. Sorry for the
inconvenience. No problem, no problem. So I'm telling you that these candles are already signaling you that the trend might change and it will again continue to downtrend. So all I'm saying is that if you keep an eye on these 3 things that I've taught you, that if you look for a 4-hour chart, go for a short-term frame, look for a price to move down, and then you take a consideration of candlestick pattern. If you go to my website, let me just show you. So I have a complete guide on candlestick patterns there. So you can just go there and blog. In the blog section, you have second page, maybe. Yeah, candlestick patterns, right? So you click on that and it will give you full insight about how to read a candlestick pattern and what are the single candlestick pattern, and then you have it here to download 2 candlestick pattern. So if you click on that, it's a PDF it will give you more chart patterns how you can use it, right? But this will give you a lot of insight that how do you trade on candlestick pattern. This is just one confirmation, okay? So I'll just repeat the process once again. So what you have to do is wait. Let's say if the trend is down, okay, and price is creating some support, okay, or resistance. So first of all, you wait for price to break this level, right? Break the support. This is a downtrend, right? And then you wait, because you know that this is a key level. Then you wait on a 15-minute chart for price to go higher, right? And on a 15-minute chart, if the price breaks the downtrend, then you take a sell position, maybe here or maybe here, wherever, right? So you have to wait for this type of confirmation.
So I have a question. So we have to identify the resistance and support on the 4-hour chart, and then we have to identify the entry and exit on the 15-minute chart.
15-minute chart, yes.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Why? Because you want your trade to be closed within few hours, so that's why you're moving down to a 15-minute chart. And why you have taken 4-hour support and 4-hour resistance? Because the longer time frame support resistance, it's difficult for price to break. So on a 15-minute, price can go higher and lower and higher and lower. But on a 4-hour, it is difficult to break this. So let me give you an example. So see, 4-hour, this is my resistance, right? Right. So see, it took how many days to break?
10
it broke.
Probably took 16. Yes.
Yeah. So it started from what? 7th January?
10.
Yeah. 26th January. So almost what? 18 days. But if you go on a 15-minute time frame, you will see support resistance breaking very easily. Any 15-minute time frame moves. Right? So, okay, you see this. Few days, the price broke down. You see this, this is a support. So 18 Feb it started, 23 days, 4 days it broke down. So on a 15-minute time frame, the support resistance breaks very easily, but it is difficult to break support resistance on a 1-hour and on a daily basis, right? So that is why I'm telling you that look for a long-term time frame chart which looks promising to you, and then look for a short-term opportunities on a 15-minute chart by marking your key level support and resistance, right? So now your homework is, we will do another session maybe tomorrow or day after. Once you do the homework, your homework is pretty simple. So find out any 5 charts. Do not trade, okay? Just find out any 5 charts where you see a complete structure. That means the trend is down, the price is at support, and it is ready to break. It is ready to break. That means let's say the price is down, okay, and let's say now I want to analyze 15-minute chart, right? So price, let's say this is my resistance, and on a 15-minute chart, price is looking like this. Right? Now you know that the trend is down. On a 15-minute, the trend is up. I will wait for price to break this. So I want this type of structure. Now on a any 5 currency pair, that means you have to analyze 4-hour and 15-minute. 2 charts per pair, right? Because you have to first look for a 4-hour chart and then you have to look for a 15-minute chart, right?
15-minute chart.
So let's just do it. Let's just do one pair where you can.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Yeah. So let's say CHF JPY. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say I'll go for a 4-hour chart. I will remove the drawings. Right. So when you are on a 4-hour chart, just take maximum 6-month data, not more than that. Okay. So we have November, December, Jan, Feb, March, April, and that's all right. Okay. Okay. So if you see this particular chart, I can clearly say that this is kind of a high for me, and this is kind of a low for me, right? Yes. And price is moving in this particular range. Starting from here, starting from here onwards, price started moving higher, right? That means price never came back to this low.
Yes.
Right? So when price started moving higher, I can clearly mark that this is my support. Let's say this is my support, right? This is my resistance, right? What happens is you see price broke the resistance and then moved back down, right? And then moved higher, right? Now I have marked these areas, right? Now on a 15-minute chart, what I have to do is I know this is an uptrend,
Yes.
right?
This is an
So
uptrend.
what is my potential support area on an uptrend? Maybe I have some support here, maybe some support here, right?
Okay.
I will not take a buy position until the price comes to the support, right? I will not take a buy position until now. I will go for a 15-minute chart. Now you see price was at support on a 15-minute, that too yesterday. So if you would have taken a position here today morning, it have been in profits. See?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not doing anything which I have not taught you. Same basic principles. What I have done is 4-hour chart. I have marked my support, right?
Support.
Now I will not buy here, of course, because this is kind of very high. So I will mark another resistance zone which got break. Now, if the price come back to this area,
then we can buy.
If let's say this area or this area, then I will take a buy position. Why? Because I know that there is potential support here.
So we can do also one thing. We can mark the first support as the buy position and the highest position as a stop loss.
Yeah, you can do that, but I'll teach you a few more things how you can mark those things, right? So ideally you are right. So let's say if I take my buy here and my take profit will be here, and let's say my maybe because this is, or maybe this is the stop loss because this is the next support, right?
Yeah.
So if you see my profit target is this and my loss target is this, that risk to reward is not nice. That means I should not enter into this trade. I should look for any other pair, right? These things, because you asked me a question, so I'm explaining. But we will read about risk reward in detail in the next session, right? So this is it. You do it for 5 currency pairs. Try to find out opportunities on 4-hour. Then look for 15-minute, and then see if the opportunity arises or not. Okay, just mark both the charts and send it to me. Now, I am sure you will find so much difficulty in finding those good quality trades. Because why? Because these scenarios happen very rare, right? If you see you want to take a buy position here at this particular area and you're waiting for a price to bounce again, like create some other support. See, it did not. It did not create. It just moved higher.
Yes.
So you miss this, and then here it just moved 2-3 times.
Tested the support. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times. So let's say if you take a buy position here and price going higher and moving back and higher and moving, maybe you will get bored here and you will say, no, price is not moving higher. Let me just close it. But if you would have stick, you would have been in profits, right? So all I'm saying that it will be very difficult for you to follow a process, but once you start following it, then nobody can stop you. Right? So just do this activity and send the charts to Ishita, and then I'll look into those charts and then we'll have a session once again. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Adaf. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Take care.